Hey guys, this is Trevor P, and I'm just going to do another tutorial on SRB2 Kart, and it's going to mostly be about stats, the advantages of them and disadvantages of them, and what character you should play based on that. So let's get right into it. Alright, so the first stat I'm going to talk about is acceleration. So acceleration is how fast you start up. So like, let's say there's a Sonic and a Tails, and the Tails is gonna speed up a lot faster than Sonic. If they're both going like the same direction, Tails is gonna speed up faster, so he's gonna pass him initially. That's basically what acceleration does. Max speed is how fast, like your top speed. Like if you're just holding accelerate, on your controller, then you will have the highest speed that you can get, higher than if you have more acceleration. Alright, so the third stat is handling, and what that means is you're gonna be able to turn a lot more around corners when you're drifting, or just in general. When you turn, you're gonna have more control. You're gonna turn a lot more than let's say like if you choose Sonic, you're gonna be able to turn a lot tighter than Eggman would. So weight basically is how heavy your character is. So let's say someone's playing Knuckles and they run into an Eggman, the Knuckles is gonna get hit farther, or they're gonna bump away farther because Knuckles weighs less than Eggman. The Eggman's not gonna get hurt too much if a Knuckles runs into him. But if another Eggman or Metal Sonic runs into him, then he's probably going to get bounced quite a bit. So that's the advantage of having weight. The disadvantage is you're not going to be able to turn as much, and it's harder to go around corners if you don't know how to play a heavier character. Whereas if you're Tails, you can turn around the corners easy, but you're going to get knocked around a lot more by other characters. Especially since Tails is so light compared to Eggman, he's gonna go flying. Stats basically determine how you play. So let's say you're Sonic, for instance. I'm gonna just give a couple of examples. So you're playing Sonic, and because you're max speed, you actually don't want to drift all the time. You want to kind of drift as little as possible. There are some exceptions, but you kind of just want to drift as little as possible, because you want to keep that max speed. If you drift too much, you're gonna slow down too much, and you're gonna lose a lot of your speed. Compared to Tails, Tails has high acceleration, so if you slow down from a drift, it's not gonna be as bad because you can accelerate a lot faster to get back to your max speed. Compared to Sonic, who doesn't have as high acceleration, so he's gonna be a lot slower coming out of a drift. So that's why you have to be careful drifting as a max speed character, because you're gonna lose a lot more speed. And now let's say you're playing Eggman. Eggman is high acceleration and he's very heavy, so you're gonna want to drift a lot because of your high acceleration, and your max speed is just not gonna be as good as some of the other characters, obviously. Like Sonic's max speed is I'm pretty sure it's like 7. Like if you're just driving normally, if you're just holding acceleration, then his max speed I think is around like 69-70 miles per hour, whereas Eggman's is only like I think 62-61. So you're gonna want to be drifting a lot more, because when you drift and you get boosts, you're gonna have a higher speed than Sonic. Like Eggman will be like 77 miles per hour, something like that. Sonic will still be 70, so that's why you kind of have to drift a lot more as Eggman, because then you're gonna get that drift speed, and that's gonna be a lot faster than, let's say, just driving in a straight line. Because a max speed character will beat you every time if you are an acceleration character and you're not drifting enough. Alright, and then the last example is Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic's kind of similar to Sonic, except you can't go around corners as well, and that's where it's tricky. I mean, personally for me, I think Metal Sonic's the hardest character to play, because he's just so fast, and then his turning is really bad. So he's just a very like tricky character to play. I think you need a lot of map knowledge to play him. But if you do know how to play him, you can get you can get really good at him. Like, I've seen some speed trials of him. Like, they're insane. Like, he's really strong. So you gotta be very careful when you're playing Metal Sonic, because his drift is just not the best. But once you master it, then you'll be golden. And that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. In my next tutorial, I'll be talking about drifting and how to do it for each character.